All right. So it's been a while again, and there's some reasons for that, and a lot of it, I'll get to it. But I just wanted to make this video and just kind of update my channel, update my life in Japan, and update those things, and kind of announce that yes, I am coming back to YouTube once again. Coming up on 5 years in Japan, and I feel like that's a pretty big milestone for me. 5 years living in a totally different country, and you start to think about like how much longer am I going to stay here? Is this what I really want to do? Can I see a legitimate future in this? Like, is this really where I want to stay? Kind of questions start to pop up. And so I wanted to make this video, yeah, for my channel, but more for me. And it's going to kind of get into the structuring of my channel going forward and kind of what I want to do and the types of videos I want to make and how I kind of want to change things a little bit. And I'll get to that in a minute. When I first started wanting to go to Japan, I wanted to come here and I wanted to be a photographer and be a YouTuber and just focus on making YouTube content about Japan. And so if you look back on my channel, even just like a little bit, that is what I was doing. That's what I was doing. And then it's kind of slowed down. You can see it slowed down a bit. A lot of the videos that I made were before even moving to Japan. And then I moved to Japan and made some videos, changed what I was doing, made a couple videos, and then stopped making videos. And there's a reason for that. But before I was moving to Japan, I wanted to do the YouTuber thing. And then after moving to Japan, I think I lost a bit of drive to do anything. That was like 2021. So like it was like the after 2020 era and into 2021. And I think the way that the world was and the way that I had become in that time, I just felt like that wasn't maybe what I was trying to do anymore. I think I had gotten so used to being in Japan that I started kind of separating myself a bit from being one of the people that are just like enamored and just enamored, adoring every like little thing, and I just started seeing it as it's just another place to me. I live here. I don't want to say it's normal and take it for granted. There's people that spend a lot of money and time, myself included, to get here and to come here, and it is genuinely really cool. I do really like being here, but I didn't really want to make that type of content, and so I was kind of trying, but it was like a little bit like I felt like it was like wishy-washy on it, and then I just slowed down. A lot of that was you get into like the groove of life, right? I got married when I got here, and I did my job and I got off my work and I went home and ate dinner and hung out with my wife and then got ready for work the next day and just kind of kept doing that. I kept doing that cycle, and I didn't push myself, I think, hard enough, and that's my fault. And I feel kind of guilty about it, to be honest, because I didn't do, I think, what I should have been doing, which was trying harder and putting forward the effort into making content, into like building myself and my career out here. And I think for a good solid probably 2-ish years, I think I just lived. I just got used to Japan and I was just living life. And anybody that I say that to is going to be like, yeah, that's what you should do. It's good. That's a good thing. But like, I don't think it was really all that good, because for me, it kind of put me behind in the stuff that I wanted to do. My job wasn't my career. It was just a job. And it was just something that I was doing. And I've had several jobs now being here, and I was doing a bunch of different jobs at the same time as the main job that I had. And so while I was trying to get media work and camera work and stuff like that, I wasn't focusing on my own brand and my own self and my own camera work that would help me get better and better work by just like pushing the boundaries of what I can do. Instead, I was choosing to just kind of hang out, get used to Japan, go do this, go do that, run these errands. I'm busy. I have a lot of stuff to do. But again, I feel like I was allowing myself to like use that as an excuse, you know? And I think it took some time, but I don't want to do that anymore. But there's also something I also don't want to do. And I'll get to that in a second too. It has to do with YouTube. But right now I've had some, like, I'm not going to talk about it here for, sake of being professional. I've had some life changes, and I don't plan on getting into it, but now I have some time to focus on my creative hobbies and all my tasks and things that I want to do. And I find now that I have the time, it's difficult for me to focus. So now I'm trying really hard to focus, and I'm trying to lock in, really. That's part of why I wanted to make this video, is because I wanted to return to the fold of making my YouTube videos. I have a brand new camera, and I've only used it professionally. I barely use it by myself. Like, I barely go out and shoot. Like, I want to get back into going out and shooting pictures, and I really like Japan. When I go out and shoot pictures, I feel great. When I go out and shoot video and make a cool video, like, I have a new channel, which I'll post a little thing here. And if you want to check that out, cinematic videos of Japan that I'm going to be using my new camera with. My Sony FX30 is what I got, and if you're wondering about cameras and you're not sure if you want to get it, get it. If you don't have a high budget like myself, and you have enough budget to get an FX30, and you're thinking, should I get the 3? Get the 30. It's great. I'm so happy about this. I actually want to get another one for a dual camera setup when I can. That'll be a future purchase. Anyway, side topic. I feel like I haven't done enough to really consider the last 5 years to have been a valuable investment of my time outside of, like, my personal life. I'm talking about just creative things, because I've had a kid, I'm married, I'm living life, but I'm not doing the creative things and the camera stuff that I think I should be doing to progress my career forward, so that I can have something to call my own and to push forward and say, yes, I am this, and I do this full time, and I make money off of it, right? So that'd be cool. So yeah, it's just me talking to myself in the future, maybe. If you're watching it, thank you. But this is one of those videos where I don't know how many people are going to watch this, and if anybody even cares to listen to my rambling at this point. But it's just, I like making these, because when I look back at them in a couple of years, I'm like, okay, cool. This is what I did right. This is what I didn't do right. This is what I can change and keep going forward. But this time, people say this time has to be a little bit different. I think it's just time to be serious about this and to lock in and do it. And that brings me to the topic of YouTube. And by the way, when I'm saying serious about this, lock into it, I'm talking about being a photographer and a videographer and cinematographer, if you want to separate all three of them. Personally, photographer to me covers all of it, but I do everything, and I like that, and I think that's fun. But if I'm going to do it professionally, I need to do a lot more work than I've been doing. I need to push the boundaries a bit more, and so that's what I want to get out and do. And as far as that pertains to this channel and what I'm doing in this channel, as you might be able to tell by looking, I've been doing a lot of retro game hunting videos, and those videos are cool. I like doing them. They sometimes cost a little bit of money, so I'll probably not buy as much things from stores, but I definitely like to go and check them out. And sometimes you see something, it's just cool to see it. There's I know of a PlayStation debugging console, and I won't be buying that, but it's cool to see it. You know what I mean? I've seen one before, and it's just cool. So I like these videos. I like to share this kind of thing, because this is what I'm into, right? I'm into video games. I'm into retro games especially. I'm into playing games. Like, I play games, at nighttime, if I got an hour or so, probably going to be playing a game. I try to stay off social media and just sitting there just like, and you just sit there and you just stare at like funny memes, and you just keep scrolling, and it just takes, it like sucks something out of you. You feel exhausted after like 30 minutes, but you want to keep going back, but you feel like mentally drained. So in order to avoid that, I found the best thing was games, and especially the PSP or the Vita or the 3DS. These things have helped me, and like my mental health, if you want to call it, so much, to just kick it for a couple minutes, play a game, intentionally do something on your own, and just play a game. And you don't have to set up the TV, you know what I mean? You don't have to like get into a game. It's mobile. and you can just turn it on and off, and it's great. Sidetrack, but but that's how it is. You know, that's just how it is. And I feel like I can't rely on me being able to pump out videos in a timely manner with the way that I was trying to make them. And I wanted to make them like really like cool production and like really nice editing. And I don't know if I ever achieved that necessarily, but you know, I'm gonna try and put out more videos that are easy editing. Like this video, I probably barely edit. Probably just cut some stuff and slap it up with some music. You know, slap it up there with some music. Throw it on the YouTubes and put it on the internets. Yeah, but my life is changed a lot, I think, and I've grown up a lot, I think, since I've moved here, especially. But through getting through school and even before I moved here, I think I changed a lot, which resulted in a lot of differences in the way that I wanted to take care of things like YouTube. Like I guess I always like thought that I was doing more than I was. You know, you get into that like, oh yeah, I'm working on this, but you're not actually doing that much, and like you have to start being a little bit tough on yourself and be like, no, I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve yet, and why not? Because I didn't dedicate the time to it. You know, I could have stayed up till 2 in the morning and then woke up early. You know, I could have stayed up late, woke up on time or early, and continued doing work, get to work, you know, and did that cycle, and I'd probably be in a better spot right now. But I'm not, and I think now that like some things are out of the way, you know, some things that were kind of I won't like holding me back a bit as far as time wise goes, that's not in my way anymore. And now I can move forward and really test myself in a little bit of time and get out there and take photos and find clients to work with and make myself the photographer and videographer that I thought I would have been by now, you know. So and part of that for me is working on personal projects. And so if you check out that channel I showed earlier over here now, and maybe over here too, I'll just put them in both spots. I'll just put the whole thing here, right there. You might find more cool things. Like maybe you're just interested in like cinematic videos. You don't like watching talking head videos. And if you've made it this far, I'm shocked that you'd even see this. Uh, but you could check that out. And I'm going to be putting more cinematic vlogs out there. As for right now, I think Sunrise Nostalgia is going to stay a bit in hibernation. It might come back at some point, but this will be probably my main channel. And still, I'm going to be mainly focusing on videos that are about Japan and about games, you know, in my own way. And this is what I wanted to talk about too. I've rambled, but I want to make videos more from my perspective rather than like, oh, that would be a good video, and then I'll just go make it. I want to show my life through my eyes and what I like to do and the games that I play, but also like the game stores that I go to. And I want to share what my version of Japan looks like. And I think I wasn't doing that. And I think that's partly why I felt a little bit less interested, I guess, in making that kind of content. Is that it just wasn't, I think it wasn't authentically what I wanted to make or something. I don't know. I mean, I can't really say that. I feel like it was what I wanted to make at the time, but I think it'd be better if I make easier to make videos that I can release because my time is still limited. You know, I have some freed up hours in the day, but I still am a married man with kids, you know, one kid, and 2 dogs. So, you know, I got things. And if I make easier videos that are easier to put out, but also still authentic to me, then I think I can put more stuff out and have more fun and not try and think about it as I'm trying to become anything out of it. Just posting it for fun. If you guys like it and you guys watch it and you guys comment and stuff, cool. If not, hey, you know, I'll release the next video anyway. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to sit down and just wing it. So I don't know. If I've rambled like a crazy amount and you're like, I don't even know what this dude's talking about, let me know. Be like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'll make sure to never do this again. I'll make sure to plan this way better. But yeah, that's I think it for today's video. I got some more time on my hands, and I'm coming back to YouTube, and I'm just kind of I'm just gonna kind of create stuff, and I hope that it's fun, and I hope that you guys stick around, and I hope that it connects with some of you guys, you know, at least. I just don't want to, I guess, feel like I have to make something to appease the algorithm or nothing. I feel like I don't want to get into that like rut again of just giving myself the excuse of like not putting out content of some sort, not creating, not like doing the thing that I love doing, which is photography. You know, like leaving my house to do photography over the past 5 years. Before moving to Japan, I thought that was gonna be like an everyday thing. I thought I was just gonna be like crazy out the door all the time with my camera. But ever since I moved here, I feel like getting out the door is such a task, you know, that it makes me not do it. And why am I letting myself get into that? Why am I letting myself not do what I want to do? Like I want to go do car stuff. I want to go do game stuff. I want to go record and take pictures and do all these things, and I'm just like not doing it. And I think that has been such a setback for me, and it's on my own, you know, it's my own fault. Like I didn't do it. And so I'd like to take this video as like a way to say I don't want to do that again, and I want to like step forward. If you made it in this video, you're probably a friend or a family member at this point. I can't imagine anybody else sticking around this long to see what I'm talking about, and I'm just kind of rambling. So thank you for watching. Let me know that you watched it, and I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, that'd be nice. I hope that you guys enjoy the new stuff that I have coming, and I hope that we can hang around and chat and become friends and talk about games, watch game stuff, do photography things. And I don't know where this channel will go. I don't know what the next content is. I don't know exactly. All I know is if I want to make it, I'm going to make it, and I'm just going to do it that way. And instead of being super rigid on myself and what I have to make and how it needs to work, I'm just gonna make something that's fun. And if it's fun, I'll post it. And that'll be that. And it'll just be a good time. I'm not gonna stress myself out about posting, because like I would get stressed about posting like weekly, and then I would miss it because I was too busy or I just didn't let myself do it. And because I missed it, I would just skip the next week. You know, I'd be like, oh, that's all. You know, it would just be like, bleh, and it would be a mess. And I don't want to do that, but I also feel like I'm struggling to even like focus on things sometimes. I don't know. But thank you for watching. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.